Hey guys, my name is Katana and welcome to my Puffco reveal of my Puffco Pro 3 DXL, which I am so proud to show you. Now, the phone that I'm making the video with, it has the app on the actual phone that accesses all of the colors that the pearl shows. So I'm going to show you some of the pearl colors right away, just to show you everything that the pearl can do. I have to turn the lights off because the pearl turns on like this, which is a super cool way to see the pearl. Now it turns off if you're not going to use it. Let me just clean my screen really quick, just so you get the best view. Okay, let's see. So I have 4 settings. I reset them using my Path browser app that the Puffco Pro has, and you can change the heat settings. This is the lowest setting, it's disco. This is the next setting. It's kind of like an aura. I think it's kind of like my aura. The next setting, it's more of a rainstorm, like a cloudy rainstorm. So I really liked this one. And then the last one, it's kind of like the sun. It's just like a beautiful iridescent sun. And I really liked these. So these were the colors that I picked as my presets. Now the presets came with just regular blue color, just regular white color for the highest, and blue for the lowest, green for one of the low mediums, and then for a high medium there is the red, and then for the highest is white. I chose these colors instead, and they work just the same. Whenever you double click it, there's a haptic feedback, and you'll see all of these colors until it vibrates, and then you'll take your dab, which is super cool. And here's your toggle here. It's just like a joystick toggle. I probably could have cleaned this a little more, but here inside is, if you can see it here, there's a pearl, a red pearl down there. I had 2 3mm pearls, but I have 1 6mm pearl in there for right now, because in my pivot, my pivot is kind of a small chamber. And here's my power dock too. It's quite a nice setup because it helps with the charge. This light right here, it lights up. This thing sucked all the charge out of it. Let's see if I can get some charge going in. And it charges with a C charge. So it charges with a C charge. Almost every Puffco item charges with a C charge. This is my first Puffco. I got the 3D design from a Etsy 3D printer. It has a little place here for your Hotknife. Of course, I've got the Hotknife that matches the Puffco pearl. So I got the Puffco Hotknife pearl color, and I thought that it would be a pretty match. This is how you take off the top, and this is what the Hotknife looks like, and it is a little different. I wish the Hotknife had a light at the end when you're taking a dab at night. It's really hard to see, but here, this is my ooze that I put on a Wolf battery. Just don't get it confused. These go on top of any 510 battery, like it actually came on a long battery. I just changed it up and put it on this Wolf battery because it's also a 510 and it's a little shorty. I keep it in my little hand and I think it's comfortable, but it has a light on the end, and so when you're taking a dab, you can see what you're doing in the dark, and that's so important because you usually take a lot of your dabs in the dark. So maybe Puffco will add a little light there. Might be a little good addition to add. That's all. But I do adore the height of the knife compared to the height of the ooze knife. It's much higher, and it has a little bit of this like interesting flexibility, and but I'm very, very careful with it, more careful than I am with the ooze. I'm very, very, very careful with it. I always cap it because I'm careful of that tall ceramic knife, Hotknife. So there's one of my Hotknives. And I love that this 3D printer had a little piece or a little place for my Hotknife. So I thought that was cool, and that is interchangeable. I can put it on the pearl, but I decided to keep the pearl as it is because I couldn't see all the lights. This blocks a good portion of the lights, so I decided not to. So here is my first one, and I did put a new like recycler glass part. Here's my second Puffco. Then I got this piece gifted to me, as well as this Puffco pedestal. It's an actual Puffco brand pedestal that you just use to put your glass pieces on. It actually says, which is so cool, "That's a nice piece you got there. The Puffco Peak Glass Stand. Hey bud, Puffco hides technology." That's really cool that they make a stand for just your glass. But this is what you came for. This is the glory piece. I'm going to use this, and let's come over here. Let's get a little bit of music going, and let's show you. I've got some live sugars and some live concentrates to smoke. And today we're smoking from Rise. This is some OMG, but if you take the letters back, it's like GMO. It does have a very much garlicky, but look at those pools of terps, just pooling. And very strong in garlic smell. This one is Banana Conda, and it's a new strain that Rise just brought to their dispensaries. A new strain, their newest strain, which is very cool. I like to try new strains, and I like banana strains because I always try to find a strain that has a really banana flavor. It's kind of hard to. Okay, sorry, just let me, this is a new little stand I have, so work with me here. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's do this in the dark. It's actually just the sunset. And I'm here in Florida, the North Florida area, so it's just like a beautiful sunset over the beaches. I wish you were here with me so you could see how beautiful it is in Florida. If you're up in the north, then it's really cold. I would hate to tell you how nice it is. And that's where the light comes in so handy. In the dark, we wouldn't even see the Hotknife. Here's the Hotknife in the dark. It could at least be a glow in the dark feature, but we'll talk Puffco about this one. Double click it. I love the lowest heat setting. That's more preferable for me. It goes to about 400 to 500 degrees as the lowest heat setting. And it will do a haptic feedback with 2 vibrations, and it'll tell me it's ready to smoke. And if you wanted a 15-second longer dab, while you're taking your dab, double hit, and it will give you 15 seconds longer of a dab. I just learned that. And these are not all of the colors. They have so many more colors, and you can make color like sequences all your own. I made one that I absolutely love with just all I just took a huge dab. All the pastel colors. I adore pastels. Looks like a little rainstorm is coming, but there's no rain. It's only sunshine. But yes, this is my beautiful new favorite toy to play with. I got this for Christmas, and this is my favorite setting so far, but we will see. I might make one that I like more. And it's a shame that I can't show you all the settings, but there are a lot, trust me. So here's my nifty little pivot. So here's the pivot box. You get what you put in it. Ah, so true. If this wasn't some live resin and live sugar, I don't know if it would be as good. I mean, if it was some maybe subpar wax that you got from your homie that didn't back it, then you will probably cough because of all the butane that's caught inside of it. So you get what you put in. Put in some good wax and you will get a good hit out of your pivot. And what I would also suggest is putting 2 pearl little ruby pearls in, and it'll get all the pieces of oil at the bottom, and so you won't have to work as hard to get all the additional oil that's at the bottom. Yeah. So now we can use the hot knife because it's daytime for light. Banana Conda definitely has a banana-like taste, but it's not overwhelmingly banana, and that is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a good banana Kush OG that just really hits banana. As far as the OMG, oh my gosh, it really did OMG me. That last hit I took was from the OMG, and it just blew me away. I feel like my high got so high that I got a brain freeze, so I forgot the word pastel. So it works. And it's an indica leaning, even though it says hybrid. Same with this Banana Conda, it says hybrid, but it's sativa leaning, a little different than the OMG. So it's, well, I mean, it's not sativa leaning, it's 50-50, but I like, I'm glad that I did look that up, and that was 50-50. I thought this was a sativa leaning. I'm so sorry, but it does wake me up, and that's why it gives me a little energetic feeling. Everyone is different, so you just have to, go with everyone's different. Even it might affect you differently, Okay. So to start it, this is the lowest heat setting. Second heat setting is green. Third heat setting is red. And fourth heat setting is white. Are we seeing some repetition here? All of the Puffcos have the same heat settings. So if you are familiar with the Puffcos, you're gonna be familiar with the pivot. So let's get our heat setting to where we want it, which is lowest for me. You want to blow it out of the park, you can go for white all day long. Double click it. You're waiting for it to heat up. Of course, you put the oil or wax or live resin. The only difference between live resin is heat pressed without any chemicals.
Radio.
Man, I just want to know how you could top the Sonic Smasher.
I wonder, could you hear the rubies? They're swirling around. And it's like vibrating the pivot because it's swirling. It's so cool. It's like a centrifugal force, and it's like vibrates it. This is super cool. And these beads are 100% preferable. Look at that. There's no oil left or any concentrate left at all. Amazing. So if you are interested in the pivot, don't hesitate to get it. It has the air hole, and that's a good place to keep clean if you want to use the tool that comes with it. It actually does go right in there, and this is all silicone right here, all silicone. So even if it overheats, it's not gonna damage the piece. And when you clean the mouth piece is one I would clean with a tool, and here I would clean this, and it will just declog a little bit of the excess wax that you reclaim, which does happen when you smoke these Puffcos. You have to maintain them with Q-tips and with rubbing alcohol. It's a very, very important thing to always keep. So in my opinion, out of looking at all of my beautiful Puffcos that I've gotten all over the years, I would say that this is the #1 best Puffco that I've ever had. I've even tried the Puffco in the XL, and that's what actually got me to buy this, additional to the light show that it gives, that it is so it gives so much of a better hit when the heating element is heated from all sides, and because this is extra tall, I can put a large pearl in there, or I could put 2 pearls in there, you know, or I can you know, I prefer these 2 in there as well, but I need to order some more 3mm pearls because they